Yay, I'm back. Back again. Guess who's back? For race number 3. Race number 3 of my season mode on NASCAR 15. Already had a bit of fun in the first 2 races. Come a lap shy of winning Daytona and then just dominate Atlanta. And it's been an interesting start to the season. I mean, Trevor Bayne is 3rd points. I mean, who would have plugged that? Those hanging on barely by a thread, but so far we've only had 2 winners, myself and Junior, so time to head to Sin City. I would use that car if that car would actually work. Let's take the Fontana car at Auto Club. Yeah, I mean, why are you guys watching ARCA? It's Phoenix. Anyway, Vegas. Of course, last race out, I tried to do without adjusting the race car at all, and that sucked. It absolutely sucked trying to do that. But I managed in one, so had a little fuel scare at the end, but yeah, we go to another one of my favorite tracks. I love Vegas in this game. 80 laps tonight. Same settings. 100% difficulty, 3 times wear. All the flags are on. Damage is on as well. Let's skip right to qualifying. Don't remind me. I still love the track, though. Don't get me wrong. I love Vegas. But don't remind me.
Let's have a solid drive out there today, pal. No need to take unnecessary risk. Just drive it like you know you can. We can do this. Gotta keep focused.
No, let's keep it at the 51 and a half. It'll be loose enough. Make small adjustments as we go. See if I can get on the racetrack without looping it. See what kind of lap we run in Vegas. I think it was 11th at. By the way, my streams for the first 2 races actually did upload to my YouTube. I just need to actually make them public now. But they did upload. I did manage to get them to work somehow. It's so much of an issue getting them to upload. They finally uploaded. But I gotta edit the titles and everything and descriptions, and hopefully maybe by the end of the night I'll have them up. The past 2. .29. Not bad first lap. We could run faster, but just need to make rounds. I mean, just on this sucker as it goes, though, too. Love Vegas and iRacing as well, too. Especially in the truck. Gen 4 car is kind of a take it or leave it, though, with Vegas, because the night race I had a lot of fun running. Tried running the day race, complete opposite end of the spectrum. Did not like driving the car in the daylight. Pitch it to the bottom. Yeah, see, but it's weird too when you run the qualifying sessions on here that you don't pick up. You never really ever pick up speed. It's like the first couple laps are going to be your best laps, And after that, it just continues to fall off. You may get close, but you very rarely go quicker. Damn, I might not even make it out of the first round at this rate.
Time is almost up, pal. Better make sure you're happy with your setup.
We're definitely going to have to work on this during the race. I mean, dealing with a lot of traffic to start with. First qualifying session, it'll be the first one if it holds that I will not have gotten out of the first round in. Of course, Daytona obviously different qualifying than the rest of the year. It's the only one that's different.
Car inside, just looking. Inside's clear.
Right now we're hanging on, but by a thread. We're hanging on, but by a little bit by a thread to make round two.
Car 3 back. Car approaching your rear.
You try parking the bus in front of Casey here.
Now. Car on the bottom, 1 back. Looking inside. Stay up.
Teammates.
Both sides clear.
He just plows the nose off the corner though. Gotta roll too much out of it because the nose is plowing. Again, as I said last week on the Atlanta season mode race, the default setups of this game tend to always be, they're always tight. It's just a matter of loosening up the car, but trying to loosen it up so you don't loosen it up too much, which I've done before. And that sucks.
This lap, we're done.
So I'm going to find speed on the default right now.
Come on, let's do this now. Time to go to work. Got your door up top. High side's clear.
Slide on the apron there. $80 laps. Gonna come fast, gonna come hard, and get her done. Gotta follow up the dominating performance of Atlanta, go to the next mile and a half and try to hopefully dominate there. I know it ain't going to be from top half of the field, though, the way the car is running here in qualifying, but... Ooh.
Clear on the low side.
David Reagan with the...
Almost up, pal. Better make sure you're happy.
I merge now. Good luck, everybody else. God, it's just too tight. Can't quite full bore out of the corner the way I want to. The good news is once you get the car loose enough, you can, like, nail it coming out of the corner good.
Clear low.
It just sucks how much you have to back up the corner to be able to nail it. At least on the default. A little sniff of draft maybe from the car ahead of me.
Car in front's heading to the pit.
It was a good entry into 3. Yeah, but I'm not gaining any time back. Not like I want to anyway. And you didn't do it. Might end up starting exactly where I started Atlanta. We'll win a pole eventually, damn it. I just ran just as fast. Basically tied Harvick and Bain right now. All three of us are tied. I think that's Trevor actually ahead of me too. 6 car dead in front of me. Finish this lap.
Buddy, finish up this lap. We'll call it a day.
I need just a little bit. Just a little bit. Something. Anything.
Chin up, man. You got some work to do in the race. I know you can do it.
Man, needed one spot.
Nice qualifying lap there, buddy. Nice qualifying lap. You're in the front half of the pack.
Let's see, pole sitter is Daytona winner Jr. He's on pole. Hamlin, Kansas, Johnson, Harvick, Stewart. Yeah, Team Hendrick needs a good run after how piss poor they ran Atlanta. So 2 of them qualifying in the top 5 is a good start. 17th. Jeff Gordon 24th. Kyle Busch 29th. Larson 28th. Yeah, a lot of big names in the back. We'll see if they work their way up at all. Once we get to the race, anyway. Yeah, doing where I adjust the car as I go versus adjust the car as I go versus versus putting in a pre-setup. I never do that. Never did that in PRA either.
The crowd is fired up out here today.
I may have a
Go out there and give them a great performance.
general mindset of what I want, but most of the time it's I usually wing it. Gambling in Sin City.
And Fox Sports coverage of Kobalt Tools 400. Alongside Hall of Famer Darrell Waltrip, I'm Mike Joy.
Mike, do you feel lucky today? Well, there's going to be a lot of gambling.
I'm starting right by my teammate.
The progressive banking here makes this track very fun to drive. The drivers like it a lot. And you're going to see an exciting race. I can promise you that.
Jimmy Johnson's a 4-time winner here, but is he the favorite?
Well, we'll go into the neon garage and find out. Because there are several favorites that we got to
And
keep
Junior, Hamlin,
Darrell, we're ready to race just north of the famed Las Vegas.
Junior again,
I gotta
Junior again.
ask, do you feel lucky?
Like 3 shots of Junior. All right, starting from P13. 3rd race of my season mode. Probably the most difficult pit road to get onto, too. At least under green. It's Vegas.
Stay low. Car outside.
It's still 3 wide.
Car outside you.
He's definitely a little better in traffic. Default's still not great, but it's at least a little better in traffic than it is when it was out the clean air.
Outside. We'll get him next time, buddy.
See if we can get around Joey here without running through him.
Car outside. At your door. Right's clear. Car outside.
We have got kind of a little bit we can play with here because we do have the win, but obviously you still want to run well.
Nicely done, man. Clear up top.
Trevor.
Car 3 back.
Tucked up right with Turbine, my teammate.
Stay up top. You're good right there. Clear on the inside.
Oh, that was a good one. Just slice it to the inside. Oh, Trevor.
Clear up high.
the hill.
Fight's all clear, bud.
By Kevin. They kind of became the man a little bit. And here in the next track, well, more so at the next track on the schedule, Phoenix, which is this weekend, IRL. So, ooh, I didn't like. Ooh, I gotta caught the apron. I don't know. I don't think I touched Matt, but that was close. 5 laps in, and I've already moved into 5th. Work in progress, a little bit at a time. No, I'm definitely gonna have to lower that grill tape, though. Because I'm not even halfway through the fuel run, and we're pushing a little bit into the red, and I don't like that. I'd rather that needle not be that close. Don't want to overheat the engine. This can affect performance, too. I've seen it happen. Never want to overheat the engine in this game. See him, I'm leading at the moment. Yeah, I got around Brad nice and easy. Go chase those front 3. Now I would hope, again, it's Nascar 15, so you know what you're going to expect. I hope this one's not the crash and caution fest that kind of Daytona, and even to some extent Atlanta was. Well, no, not so much Atlanta, Daytona more or less, but I like the green flag pit stops, even though this is probably one of the most difficult pit roads to get onto. At least I'm riding with guys that know how to win here, with the exception, well, Junior never won here in Cup. His best shot was in 2014 when he was leading at the white flag and ran out of gas halfway down the back. Handed the win to Brad Keselowski. So we're just moving. A 4-car group here. Two Chevrolets, a Toyota, and a Ford. It's running smooth. Nice and smooth. Give myself at least a little bit of track position before that first pit stop, so I can obviously be a work in progress from there, but definitely make a swing with the track bar first. I always go track bar first. Track bar and then the wedge. The track bar is the big swing, and then the wedge is the little fine tuning. Yeah, that's the way I always did it on here. Tracking the 2 leaders too.
The leader's a second ahead.
Looking at the map too, trying to decide when they're gonna end up pitting. Hello, John. Yeah, Junior is all over Hamlin now. Granted, Junior started for the pole. Hamlin obviously P2. But I'm surprised. I don't think Junior's actually led a lap yet.
Watch your fuel. You ready to dive in here, buddy?
I think Hamlin kind of snookered him on the start and has led since the drop of the green. I started P13, currently running P3.
Car 3 back.
Ready to get that first pit stop and some adjustments done.
Clear all around. Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Throwing a little extra lap here for good measure. Looks like me and Kenseth are going to stay out.
Coming in this time.
That and sometimes it's good to pit when the pit road isn't as chaotic either.
Take a good look at that fuel gauge, buddy. That'll tell you
To not be like the first one to pit road. Gotta run another lap. I'll give it another lap at least. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I saw that news too, John. And I commented on my Discord, but yeah, unfortunately, Alex Bowman is going to be out for a while.
Okay, pit this time. Pit this time. Whatever you're doing, use
My mother had ear surgery years ago when I was really young, and she knows the pain of not being able to really move your head around without just nausea happening. Okay, that's 2 weeks in a row that's happened. Where
come on, lead you to go out. You want to come in?
it's 2 weeks in a row where I've been leading and a caution comes out right before I'm about to pit. Game, you're not helping me in making this look look poor here. I mean, come on. That's just hubris. That happened to be at Atlanta. I think it happened at Daytona too, where I had a timed caution just right. But that's funny. 3 races into this, and I'm already having like NASCAR well-timed cautions
Let's switch out the tires, fuel up.
and stage breaks before actual stage breaks.
Standing by, the crew's on the wall.
Now we're gonna take a little tape away here. No, we won't play with the tires right now. Let's just do a little track bar and a little wedge.
You're ready.
Might play with the tires later, but start with what I normally do when I adjust a car in this game. You always start with track bar and wedge. Then you play with the pressures. Looks like everybody pitted. Where did it come out? 5th, okay. So we lost 4 spots.
Guys, in and out. It's all up
But didn't have to pit under green, so
That pit stop will make all the difference.
yeah, let's see. Good damn wheel spin on the start though.
3 wide, 2 outside.
Yeah, that's what always gets me about. There's certain tracks in this game that the wheel spin on the start. It's like,
Looking out.
yeah.
Car high.
I mean, Jimmy Johnson was not having a good day of it.
Clear right side.
He started
Here's the second half.
in the top 5. Granted, it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but he started top 5 and he's running was running 13th, I guess, there at the time. So
Doing what you've been doing.
getting right this high lane. There we go. That launch from center off.
Now you're clear.
Let this thing eat and turn. Eat and turn. Plant. And slam the loud pedal down. Only 10th off of Hamlin's best lap. He said, if I fine tune it, the thing, a lot of the time with this game, with especially with pit road setups, is just you got to fine tune it just a little bit. And crosser, you don't need to take a massive swing at it. You take a massive swing at it, you could very likely go the other way, which I've again learned from personal experience.
Clear up top.
Back playing this game on console, I big pressure race, took too big a swing on the car, and basically dialed myself out of a possible, at least being competitive in a race. You gotta be uber aware of that as much as you are wanting just the car to get the car just right. Never over adjust. Take little swings at it. Now you can tell if you like a change or not. If you try to change too much at once, then you can't figure out where you screwed up. It's like, okay, what didn't work? But how do you know? Because you changed too much. Start a little bit. That way you can get kind of a baseline of where you kind of get the baseline by running the default, and then start changing different little things one at a time to see, does that work better? Does that work good? And then once you get that down, then you can start changing like a bunch of things at once. Yeah, I kind of have I'm not a crew chief to say the least, but I got a basic understanding of what each thing does in the game and know where I want my comfort level at. Which is going to be different than Joe Schmo. It's going to be different than, X player here. Everybody has their own feel about how they want their car to drive. I mean, you like that with their own personal vehicles, like their own aesthetic with their car, and preset music stations, and that's why when you're driving somebody else's car, it's like something off about this. I mean, it's for me right now driving my mom's truck while my car is being repaired.
Right side's clear.
We both have like Sirius radio, so the radio's not a big issue. It's more or less the way she has everything set up versus the way I like to have it set up. Come here, Larson. Here, Kyle. Here, Kyle. Come to the biff. I've got a good launch off there. Try him high here, maybe. Oop. No contact.
One work at the bottom. Clear on the low side.
Trying to get in that wake of his either. That's just gonna make the car push, so. Inside.
You're good low.
Yep, got him.
Clear right.
To the front. We're back to the front. But you're losing the lead on the pit stops. I need to do something with this front end though. I don't like the way I'm still pushing a little bit. Just some tire pressures on the next stop and see what we can do there. Oop. The hill almost caught the fence.
Fearless, use that clean air. Keep digging.
It'll take a couple pit stops, but I'll get it. I'll get her where I want her. Obviously, I'm still a half a second off my personal best lap time. So, definitely got some work to do. Oh, Kyle.
Inside's clear. Got car closing on your outside.
Kansas.
To the pit. Clear on the high side. Keep it low. Keep it low.
Got a little out of it there. Couldn't I tried to stay with Kenseth off the corner, but it just started pushing off the. Oh! Larson basically decided, I turn left now. Good luck, everybody else. Right across Kenseth's nose and almost took him out. Like, God, where are you going? Ooh, that was a lick. I keep brushing the wall down. Well, either out of turn 4 or that was the entry of turn 1, but I gotta watch this to see if Barry kind of jets out here in turn 3. Well, let's run an extra lap here.
Hey, try to save fuel best you can.
To run it about every 16 laps, so 4 stops seems to be the way to go in this one. I'm at 48 and 64. Be the other 2 stops after this. Assuming we stay green, which
Gas is almost gone, buddy. Take it nice and gently and see if we can coast.
they're already proven basically with the first yellow that we can't stay green through the green flag cycle, so let's hope that changes this time around. With this second set of stops. Yep.
We're out of fuel, buddy. Can you make it to pit road?
Wait, what? That's new. What? What? I've run out of gas before and been able to coast back. Why did it... That's weird. Shit. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to restart it. We'll just restart it. I mean, I could have just accepted it and cut the stream short, but I want to race. That's weird, though. I've never had that happen where... never had that happen where it doesn't even give you a chance to get back to pit. I hadn't even gotten a chance to try to coast to pit road. Normally it's when the speedometer goes to 0 is when it gives you the message, oh yeah, you're out of gas. Or if you cross the start-finish line on under a caution, and I screwed my restart there. Or initial start in this case.
We're outside, Jim. 3 wide, 2 outside.
But yeah, that's weird. I don't remember that being a thing for single player. It's because I played so much online, I forgot that it actually does that.
Right's clear.
So there's your first blooper of this.
We're outside. Trying to get to your corner.
Trying to stretch the fuel, it told me I couldn't even coast it back to pit. I was in turn 3. I was literally getting ready to let it coast down to pit road and hit pit road, and game decided, nope. Nope, you can't do that. We're just going to stop you on the racetrack where you're still at speed. We're still doing 147 miles an hour when it told me, yep, nope, you're done. A little premature DNF, I guess. That's okay. At least now I know I can't do that because otherwise it'll just restart it. I can't afford to restart this again, so... Yep. Sucks because I was already a good almost halfway through this race when that happened. Now if that happens again, I'm just going to call it. If I'm more than halfway through the race at that point, I'll just call it. But since I wasn't halfway yet, like, I'll call it like real NASCAR. If I make it to halfway, I accept whatever happens. But if I don't make it to halfway, we'll re-rack it and do it again. That's where you're going, Eric. There we go. Not quite going to the front as quickly as I wanted to, Eric. Caught it. Ooh, come on. Still trying to save it.
3 wide, 2 inside. 1 inside.
I knew he was out there. I was hoping he'd stay off my quarter panel, but no, they got to ride right against your quarter panel. So the car starts sliding and there's nothing you can do. They can just pitch you into the fence.
Car inside you.
Hate that.
Left side's clear.
So this AI is kind of notorious for is ride right out of the corner on your quarter panel. So if you push high, more cars go up the track. They catch the wall, catch you, and turn you into the wall. And I'm thankful it didn't give me any hub damage, so that's good. But now I gotta look at my my fender
Car 3 back.
poked up like that. And I don't necessarily like that. But we'll try this again, and hopefully this time we'll actually get the result I want out of this. Kinda sucks. I was 30 laps in. Let that happen.
Car 2 back. Clear.
Chasing a 34 KFC car at Vegas. Wait a minute, I recognize this. I recognize this. To the top. And back to the bottom. To get on iRace. I know iRacing is doing, I think, Phoenix this week for A, B, and C class. I think. I don't know. I have to look. If there's anything worth driving this week on iRacing. And already my temps are going high. I don't want a short pit, though. At the same token, I don't like that I'm in the red. Definitely gonna have to work on this one. Definitely not as easy a start as the first attempt. Just gotta remember I can't let it run out of gas, because if I let it run out of gas, it won't let me coast back around. So, and I don't want to have to restart this again as late as it is now. So. I'm allowed pretty much one restart. And after that, I just have to accept whatever fate I have at that point.
On the bottom, 3 back.
Hang on to it, hang on to it, hang on to it.
Car inside,
Sliding.
trying to get to your corner. Watch your inside.
Definitely a different race to the first one. There's my teammate there.
Car down low. Stay up top, you're good right there. Okay, man, the crew chief wants you on pit road this lap, buddy. Just keep a good pace. You're doing good.
I know I can make it to 16. It's just seems weird that it was doing that like it was doing. Like, why would it do that?
Car in front's heading to the pit. Clear left. At your door on the bottom.
You gonna stay out with me? It looks like it.
Stay high.
He's gonna get the lead actually here.
Clear left side. Look at your fuel gauge for me.
Gotta come in this lap then, I guess. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do it the way I want to do it because I don't want to risk running the car out of gas and have to restart the race again. So we'll have to pull it in this time. Okay, don't loop it. You're down to 55.
Looks like you're running on empty. Let's fill her up to starters. Might want to go with 4 tires, buddy. We're ready for you, buddy.
We'll drop the grill tape because I don't want to burn up here. Go a little lower on wedge this time. I'm not going to play with the tires yet.
Let's hustle here.
This thing's going to beat me out. Like, oh no, we might come out the same time. Oh, Truex actually came out of our group. But yeah, I'm so loose on that first gear. First couple gears. And I just walled I just walled Brad Keselowski. Sorry, Brad. I walled Brad and I squeezed Regan and Joey there. Kenseth now the leader. Jimmy with the fastest lap. I'm not even going to try to say Jimmy the other way. I mean, that's Michael Roots' thing to say Jimmy his unique way. Otherwise, I'd say it that way, but that's his brand. Ooh, shit. Damn it, Casey. Casey really made me have to check up there and about lost it. I need to get this thing under me here. It's definitely not going the way the first race did. So get inside Joey here. Nope. Instead, I'm going to get into him. He's going to bounce off the fence. And I got this thing. Whoa, rolling. Watch out for Regan. Don't run over Regan. Regan or Reagan, however you say it.
Right side's clear.
Yeah, definitely can get it turn to the bottom though. So I might have to go to the pressures though to get it. God, it's still running hot. Okay, I'm gonna have to go less than what I got the tape at right now because it's still running hot. At least too hot for my liking. It's in the red but still white, the logo. It's still good, but you don't want to go too far into the red. See if I can march my way up. Cars definitely drive better, that's for sure. Kansas leads still. After the first round of pit stops. It did take me long to get back to almost where I was, too. Drifting too much. Didn't want to get in. I was trying not to hit the 78.
Okay, behind you.
Still can't quite pick up the gas where I want to pick it up at.
There's 5-second gap between you and the leader.
Get to the top 10. I'm going to have to get proactive to get safe to actually make to where it doesn't run out. Because if it runs out of gas, then I'm going to have to restart again or accept the defeat as it is. So. But do what I got to do. Hello, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Had a conversation with a coworker today about SpongeBob because he said, yeah, I kind of went by him nicely in a high-low and he kind of did the joking, my leg. So I was like, oh, hey, SpongeBob. Got stragglers to pit road, it looks like. Use the first round of stops. The second round of stops has started. Definitely got the car better for sure. Just need to do the brakes. There's Junior running P8. Pole sitter. Pole sitter and Daytona winner. Cross Harvick here. Junior's gonna pit. Jimmy Johnson running better than what he did in my first go of this. They're gonna get us the lead? I think so. To the lead. First lap I've led so far in this race. And gonna pull the John Travolta? Really? Literally about the time I say I'm gonna pit, caution. Every time. I feel like this game is, there's a running gag in my Discord. But whenever I do something, either hosting a game night or screen sharing videos or that my computer is sentient, and more it's like it's become acceptable fact now on my Discord. Literally my alt account, my Discord, is my computer. my computer is a sentient being. It listens to every conversation and knows all.
Let's get plenty of fuel in there. We got some fresh tires for you, driver.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
buddy, we're
get
standing
down on this a little bit more. Let's drop. I don't like this. I'm gonna drop this down a little bit.
by. Remember what we practiced. Let's do this.
Make that rear a little more than the rear a little bit more than the front in terms of pressure. Try to get that spin down on that front wheel. So we're gonna win the race off as it stopped, and that'll put us P5, just like the first attempt when I came out. P5 after being the leader. Okay, so now I've made it to the point where I'm going to be further than the first race. Oh, a lot better on the takeoff that time, though. Lot better on the takeoff. Bit loose there. Hang on. Got clear. Clear. Ooh, AJ. Oh, we got our drive. Oh, yeah. Need that cornering. I think I've got it. Ooh, up the hill, up the hill. Hey, breakfast. What's up, bro? I know you guys were watching the ARCA race. I'm doing my career mode or season mode on NASCAR 15, and I had to abort my first attempt at this race because I forgot with this game that if you run out of fuel, you can't. The game won't let you coast back to pit road. That's okay. This is the third. This is the third week I've done this. This is the third race, so been an interesting one. I mean, I started 13th, so yeah. I wasn't too long ago. I did a league with a few guys from my Discord on here. Yeah, the very first game that I ever won an online like league championship was in this game on console, NASCAR 15. So kind of fond memories of it. It's still fun. I mean, heck, I'm doing the season mode on it, driving as the Biff. I mean, I had to. I literally, when I set this up to do this, I was like, I'm gonna do the guy that honestly probably should have won a Cup title. You know, do it for the Biff. So far, Daytona. Not to really spoil anything here, Daytona I was leading at the white flag, finished 4th, and I won Atlanta. Started 13th in this one and trying to see you. Got inside, Kevin. Actually, this isn't even the classic Vegas layout, too. You want the classic Vegas, you got to go like the NASCAR Thunder games. When they didn't have the banking. I tell you what, Thunder 03 and Thunder 04 trying to run Vegas with no banking, especially the career mode. Oh, that was hard. That was hard. I remember many a time being frustrated racing the AI. It'd frustrate you to death. I somewhat enjoyed the Heat games, to some extent. But honestly, the last one I can remember having a blast, I almost in agreement with you, Snow. The last one I had a blast on, at least on console, was 15. Without question, it was 15. So many good races on this game. So many fun races on this game. Hell, I had a finish here on console where it was literally almost a dead heat at Michigan. I was driving as Kurt Busch I was driving as Harvick. The guy that I had to finish with was driving as Kurt Busch, and we literally had a dead even nose to nose finish here. Well, I appreciate the raid, Breakfast, and I appreciate all the ones that came from his stream to come see me play this game. Well, don't get me wrong, Snow. It had its faults, too. I mean, this game did have its faults. Some of the glitches in it. The bubble, especially online. But at the same time, it's like one of those where it's like, yeah, it had its issues, but at the same time, it was a blast in its prime. And I miss it. I wish some of the aspects it had were still with us, but to each their own. So yeah, the settings I'm running for this is 3 times wear, 3 times fuel, 30% races, because I want to do 25%, but I forget this game you can't really do 25%, so 30% races, full flags, full damage. So far the only hiccup I've run into is was literally tonight. I did this attempt once. I made it to about lap 35 or so, and was trying to stretch the fuel. I actually ran out of fuel in the backstretch. Was going to coast it back, but the game wouldn't let me. As soon as I ran out of fuel, it said, "Nope, you're done. You either got to accept this as a defeat or restart the race." So I just restarted it.
I'm really concerned about your fuel. You're running a little low.
The most shocking thing I think I've seen happen so far in my sim is Hendrick Motorsports as a whole just did not run well at Atlanta, despite putting at least 2 of their cars in the top 5 of qualifying. They did not run well at all at Atlanta. Well, to me, it wasn't. I was basically the mindset once the game was announced. It's like I was not going to buy it anyway. I mean, why would I essentially buy iRacing Lite for when I have iRacing? Why would I go get what I already have? And not only that, like a worse quality version of what I have. So that was kind of my mindset behind not even considering getting the game. Now, that's not to say I might try it later down the road if it goes on sale, you know. If it goes on sale, why not? But at this point in time, I have no plans at all to do it.
Give me a fast stop here, guys.
Like I said, I didn't mind the heat games. Granted, yes, they weren't. It wasn't NASCAR. It wasn't NASCAR 15, but I didn't mind the heat games. Maybe really the first one was the worst one, Heat Evolution. But outside of that, it's like still drivable. I maintain to this day, of the games that I've played, the worst one I've ever played is easily number 1 with the bullet is Ignition. Because that game you literally could not play that game. I tried it, streamed it. Actually, the video's on my YouTube. I could not drive it. It was so difficult to try to drive it. I mean, I managed to get through at least a race, but Ignition was by far to this date the worst game I've ever played. Because you physically could not drive the race car. It's like everything was against you trying to just drive the car. I will say this, after the failure that Ignition was, 25 at least looks decently better than Ignition, so still not to the point where I'm going to go, oh, hey, I'm going to run out and buy it. No, not like that. That's what I think is just, maybe it's come with my age more than anything else, but the years of, like, you'd see the games, the advertisements for the games, and then it'd be immediately, when the game came out, I was like, oh, I gotta go get the game, and I'd usually have it either the day of it coming out or shortly thereafter it coming out. But it seems like ever since Heat 5, which was really the last game that I physically like pre-ordered, I haven't done since. Even with all the hype that 25 got, and a couple of the people that I follow, YouTubers that I like that play the game, it's like they like it, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to constitute it, you know? Exactly. That's why back when Ignition was coming out, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna. If I decide to get the game, I'll watch and wait and see what everybody says of it first before I did." And it's a good thing I did. It's a damn good thing I did. The only reason I ended up playing it was because it ended up as a free. There was a free download with it at one point that I was able to get a hold of, and so I could at least attempt to try it and see what it was like. And never again. That's why I say never with 25. I'm not saying I won't ever play it. You know, it gets marked down at some point. I may play it at some point, but I'm not going to go out and shell out $70 for it, you know? I think the only reason it would have been worth to get Ignition is to just say that you played it. At this point, it's like a battle scar. It's like, yeah, I survived NASCAR Ignition. The console games are just, ever since I made the full jump into doing more PC stuff, not just iRacing, but like this, running NASCAR 15 on here, GTA and stuff. I literally, my console is literally gathering dust next to me. I have it. Not saying I'm ever going to turn it back on again. It sits here. But I literally have seemed like I've made the complete conversion to go to PC versus console, because I just know there's more that you can do with it. There's more you can do with it. There's more that you can get out of it entertainment-wise than playing on the console. Granted, console is cheaper. And I'm not saying go shell out, you know, an arm and a leg, but you know, the best gaming experience is on PC. If you can get a nice, decent level gaming PC, a nice, decent level performing PC, not necessarily gaming PC. You just need a PC is beefed up a little bit. And that's literally what happened with me. Is I put a better graphics card in mine and started doing more stuff on PC. And I haven't looked back. Don't get me wrong, I look back fondly on the console memories and the gaming friends I made through that. The one guy I still know, and he was the one I went to MIS with, and the vlog is on my YouTube channel from Michigan. I'm 21. That met through playing games on NASCAR games on console. Hell, my Twitch username, I've used some variant of that name since the first game. Since really, honestly, NASCAR Chase for the Cup. The first, I should say, well, I can't really say that because NASCAR Thunder 04 was actually the first one where you could play against somebody else online, but 05 was the one you could play against 3 people at one time. At least on PlayStation 2. And that was the, I guess you could say that was the gateway game where the name came from, my username, and I've used some variant of it since. Oh yeah, I still do that. I've been doing that since 2019. some variation since 2019. Obviously, different Twitch channels. Because I actually had 2 taken down because of getting strikes against them. But yeah, I've been doing some variation of the race reaction stream since 2019 when I started out using NASCAR Drive. The NASCAR Drive extension from NASCAR.com. Those were the days where you only had just the cameras you could work with. Let's see if I can make pit road here. Don't slide it. Ah, shit. Oh, that wasn't. I thought it was me causing a caution. No, Newman spun. And everybody goes through them.
The safety crews are clear of the track. You coming in, buddy? You staying out?
Yeah, it's the second caution I've had so far. Third if you count the first attempt where literally get ready to hit pit road, the fucking caution comes out. I mean, at this point, am I timing this? It's like, okay. Yeah, NASCAR gaming. I just fun to look back and you play the games again. It's like all the memories come flooding back of the games you played. It's like I remember fucking playing NASCAR games for N64. You know, I had NASCAR. I think it was NASCAR 2000 for the Game Boy. You know. Actually, I got a couple people that are in my streams usually when I do my race streams that are Bowman people. I feel for them, you know. It's the lack of results, and then to have this on top of that, it's. I feel for Alex, you know. I feel for any driver that has like a medical issue that takes them out of the car. Yeah. Oh.
Nice job, boys. Great pit stop.
Okay, it's time to push that pace now, buddy. Stay focused. We can do
Damn. Surrounded by Hendrick. Junior and Kane in front of me and Gordon to my outside. Oh, damn, Danny, where are you going? Did I just get snookered by Denny there? Yeah. I mean, he was already down on the flat, but I didn't realize he was that far alongside me. I was trying to get down low too, and I didn't realize he was already down under me. Where are we at? Still fifth? Damn, Hendrick's showing up here now with these three at least. Jeff Gordon trying to deem his Atlanta run. He started top 5 at Atlanta and ended up finishing down in like the 20s. Did not have a good run in Atlanta. Definitely trying to redeem that. Yeah, I can't fault Denny for that. I didn't realize he had a fender down inside of me at that point. Well, to be fair, Snow on that, and I know I went off on my thing before I responded to the comment, but to be fair to that, that's up to them to just, that's Alex and his PR team and the PR team over there for them to say anything. You know, it may have been their decision to keep it private for them until they had a firm update as to what was going on, which I don't blame them for. You know, you'd rather make sure you get 100% okay what's going on before you put the information out there. And even as it is, there's no timeline as far as what's going to happen with him for the future. I mean, right now we just know that Alfredo's going to step in. I just know I said earlier in my stream that I said at least early when I started this that my mother's experienced similar symptoms. She had inner ear surgery before, and not being able to move your head without being nauseous. And again, just from what I bare minimum what I know in vertigo is similar situations that you basically can't really move your head much without experiencing like balance issues. And see, the issue there is what they're going to do, because how much is the waiver? I'm assuming NASCAR would give him a waiver if he came back, but I don't know if he. At this point, I wouldn't go in thinking he's going to make the chase. At this point, I'd say consider the season a lost cause. At this point, it's more, I think they need to evaluate where the 48 team is at more than anything else, because ever since really, honestly, really ever since the crash he had at Texas, the team's just something about that team's been off. Well, now you're going to get a fresh face in there, so all these ones that keep wanting to say that Bowman's the issue, well, now you're going to see the real test. Because if that car still runs like shit, you can't blame Alex Bowman for it. And I've maintained since day one when he got there that team really actually was the fourth car. Really since Byron's second year, it became the fourth car there. When Larson got there is when it became kind of the fourth car. Granted, they had that spectacular 2021 season when he won 4 races, but you see, I don't think it's going to be as simple as a crew chief swap, to be honest. I think there's more going on there than just a simple crew chief swap. But again, the initial baseline is let's see what somebody else does there first, and then we can go from there. Also, hey, I'm down to 7 to go. This kind of conversation is kind of like ate the laps up. I didn't realize, yeah, I have 7 to go in the race. Should be able to make it to the end of the race on gas, though. I would think. Got some takers to pit road. It's going to be close. 6 laps. I don't think the AI can make it the distance, but I'm going to try to. Well, we'll see. Again, that's going to be the gauge. If they struggle, then you know it wasn't Bowman that was the issue. Honestly, I'd maintain that since the get-go that I don't think I never thought he was the issue there. I mean, hell, I'd say that reminds me of, granted, he was there for only 1 year, but it reminds me a lot of when Casey Mears was in the 5 car, the one season he ran the 5 car. And built as this great, oh, you're going to have Casey Mears in the 5, oh, he's going to be in the 5 car, you know, Cobb Wisher in this car, won in this car. And it ended up being a complete disaster. So, I don't know. To risk running out of gas and having that message pop up again, you know, like on the last lap.
We can't go many more laps on this fuel.
Hoping they'll let me run the last lap, but I can't do it. I can't constitute it. I'm not going to risk it. I made it 78 laps. I don't want to fucking risk it. Because I'm not rerunning this race again. At this point, I'm 2 laps from the finish. I'm not rerunning it again. Alright, pit crew. Need you to rattle off me a good one here.
Looks like you're running on empty. Let's fill her up the
I
start.
better take. I'm gonna have to take 4 too.
Let's get this stuff figured out.
Well, that's interesting because Ally was the one who, people forget this, Ally was the one who initially wanted Bowman. They wanted Alex.
Need to be fast here.
They actually re-signed specifically because of Alex. So, I don't think Ally's gonna leave because of a drop in performance. Ally has literally been an ally of Alex from the get-go. Alright, I'm gonna have to park the bus here. At least until I can get back up to speed. And how is David Gillen leading this race? Ooh, Austin Dillon. Excuse me, Ty Dillon, not Austin. How is David Gillen leading this race? How did this happen? Not for long. Sorry, David. You may have been the Cinderella story at Gateway in 2006, or Kentucky 2006, but no Cinderella story here. He's going to finish second, though. Yeah, not an easy way to win back-to-back, but back-to-back.
Way to go, buddy. Great job. Awesome. Awesome, buddy. Way to go, brother. Great job. Great job all around.
I don't know if it needs to be back. Obviously I would like to see. I would like to see what they would do, how it would do with the next gen. Definitely the way the next gen has made at least the 1.5 mile track somewhat better. Just like I was not necessarily down for them bringing back Chicagoland, but I'm willing to at least let them see what happens with it. I kind of disagree with the decision to get rid of the Roval. I actually kind of like the Roval race. Something different, you know. One race on each layout of the track. You keep your crown jewel race in the 600, and you had the one race after. Yeah, having the burnout, but given my Polish background, definitely have to do the Polish victory lap. So not exactly the cleanest run. I think Atlanta was more of a clean run than this was, but let me tear up some grass here. They cut my celebration chart. So 2 wins in 3 races to start the year. Not exactly 3 in a row like Tyler Reddick, but close enough. No, it left because people didn't show up to the race. What's funny is I keep seeing the comments about, oh, bring the Clash back to Daytona. It's got to come back to Daytona. Well, if you guys had shown up to it in the first place, it would never have left Daytona. It left Daytona because they didn't see the turnout. God, David Gilliland and Josh Wise, 2nd and 3rd. And Jeb Burt was 8th. Dale Jr. led the 2nd most laps. So again, the 2 guys, myself and Junior, who are the only 2 winners so far this year, kind of dominated this race. Gordon King get much needed top 10, top 5s actually, finishes. And Denny Hamlin, who led a good chunk of this one. I don't even know what that is. I'm not going to play it because I don't even know what it is. At Kenseth, who led earlier too. Damn, Jimmy Johnson again. Another top 5, top 10 starting spot for Johnson, and he ends up 28th. Definitely not so good a year so far for Jimmy. At least the 2 races, 2 of the first 3. Go check the point, shall we? Yeah, that was the other one I thought about running as tonight too, or when I started this career mode, was Annette. But I decided to do Biffle instead. So me and Junior, top 2 in points, still the only 2 to actually win. So the rest right now would be Stewart, McMurray, Truex, Gillen, Stenhouse, Kenseth, Gordon. So that's 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, jeez. Actually, only 2 winners were at the top of the standings, so yeah, down to 16th. Kevin Harvick would be the last one in. So right now, Austin Dillon would be in, Trevor Bayne would be in, David Gilliland would be in. I think it's more notable who'd be out. Denny Hamlin would be out. Casey Kane. Johnson would be out. Edwards would be out. Damn. Kurt Busch would be out. Well, we'll see. We'll see how my 15 career or season plays out. Next week I tackle Phoenix, I believe, is the next one, right? Yeah, Phoenix is the next one. So, where we go this weekend will be the next one I tackle. I obviously plan on doing the IndyCar race and the Cup race this weekend, kind of like I did this past weekend, so you'll see both of those, at least for me. But for now, I'm going to head out. This one's done. And glad, like I said, glad to see some newcomers, especially you, Snow. Glad to join me over here. I know Breakfast does his own, so he's got his own crew. Like I have my own crew. So, but I'm gonna head out of here. So, peace, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. We'll see you for sure Saturday, if not before then, maybe. But have a good night. Peace out.